Hello, and welcome to Chateau Delannoy. We are Bradley and Yves, an English-Belgian couple who bought a chateau in the center of France to restore and breathe new life in this lovely chateau and fulfill my late mom Yvette and our dream, creating a safe haven for people and animals in need, to help recover and find health and happiness again while staying at our chateau. It is a very big task fixing a chateau, and we have not yet even started on the grounds and forest. Follow us on our journey as we try to bring this dream to life.
Hello and good morning.
Almost afternoon.
Hello. We're gonna talk a bit about the history of what we were able to get
What we've been able to dig up.
from the chateau, and tell you a funny thing, that the chateau has been owned by the Michelin tires and also the Michelin stars. Well, it's the same company.
It's the same company, the Michelin
Yeah.
company.
And for what did they use it for, Brady?
Their plan was a colony de vacances,
Okay.
but I'm not even sure they ever got to that stage.
No.
They bought it in 1973 or 74, and
Till how long?
till 1989.
So
But
15 years, approximately.
yeah, but they stopped working on the place in 1985.
Okay. And you try to look it up, and because I taught it, and Brad already had the same idea. Maybe they were short on that time on money, Michelin, and they couldn't afford it. Definitely not true. They did loads of acquisitions of other companies.
During the 80s, they were buying a lot of other small companies.
So, but
We have no idea why they abandoned the place.
yeah, we want to show you a tiny bit. Sorry for my voice.
It's the season for frogs.
What they did good or what they did wrong.
Well, they buggered up.
I wanted to
It would be shorter to tell you what they didn't.
I wanted to put a title up, and Brad said, no, you're going to get a cease and desist from Michelin. Anyway, let's talk a bit the things that has been changed that we can figure out, and we will post pictures in the corner so you can see what it is, isn't it, Brad?
Mm-hmm.
So originally the chateau
You need to go further that way.
the chateau was from here till there, isn't it, Brad? To the chapel thing.
Originally, there was two separate buildings.
Yeah.
The east wing, as we call it, and the west wing.
Mm-hmm.
And then around 1726, well, it's the date, a date above the door, they built the main wing
Okay.
and joined the two together.
Mm-hmm. Strange.
André Hubert,
Okay.
and it was known as Folly Hubert.
Folly Hubert. So if I'm right, what Brad said, and if I remember, this is then from the 14th or 15th century.
The report says 15th,
Okay.
but the big old medieval fireplace we have
Yes.
would kind of indicate older.
Okay.
You wouldn't be building that in 15.
Yeah. So as you mostly know, originally there was a farm with us. That's over there. We think actually it is Michelin who sold it off, isn't it?
Yes, because in the report I found from 1986, it was still counted as part of the estate, because they even mentioned one of the notable buildings there, and they list things like a forge, a bread oven, stables, which is all that side.
Okay. I need to catch a fart and send it to Michelin, isn't it? Thank you. Buggering it up. Never mind.
Probably trying to recoup all the money they sunk into the place.
Because they are, sorry my voice guys, they also did that building. That's not even on the building plans, isn't it, Brady?
That was the Swiss bloke.
Was that the Swiss bloke who did
Swiss
that?
bloke.
Ah, cheeky humbug. But it's over to...
It still doesn't appear on the cadastral.
Hello my lovely darlings.
1 to 4 again.
Bradley lost the chickie.
My big white one. I'd only just named her Clarissa. after the cook.
The what? The cook?
The two fat ladies, Clarissa Dixon Wright.
Oh, I don't know them.
She was the big girl.
I thought it was from Hannibal. You took that. And
I know they could be cannibals, but I'm not that bad.
and I don't know if you remembered, we got our blind one, the one, and the one that was really sick.
One eye Aveline, the grey one.
And she's now the biggest and not the bottom anymore. Hello, girls.
We've got Juliet, the white one up the back.
That was really sick and is totally okay now.
Yep.
And once we hopefully this year we will build them an extra tank so they can go outside and wander.
Right, so that side. Well, if we do that side, we need to move the bench, or we make something out this side.
Yeah. And so they can actually roam and more and have.
You could do something here and hold this back.
They find it weird. Normally when I go closer it's to give some grass, isn't it, Brad? Anyway, I digress. The few things they changed was originally here, there was a door. I'll show you, as you can see. We can do it like that. I just integrate it. We don't have to scan it then. See, there was a door here that went into the kitchen, isn't it, Brad?
They removed it and didn't bother putting render on it. That has stayed renderless since the 1980s.
I feel renderless too, most of the time. But yeah, so we will show you around. Oh, look, the church bells. Is that Chateau Guillaume? Okay. So of course in the really old plans we can see that original gates, you know, we have very nice gates, you can see that in a short. We will restore them. Once we got, I wouldn't, time and money, but originally that was the entrance, isn't it, Brad?
This was the main entrance.
Yeah. So
because,
can you imagine?
Even on the cadastral from 1835, it shows we had a moat.
Yeah.
And this was the only way on apart from the bridge at the back.
So when they installed that, what Michelin did to make it a holiday home for their workers, they put fire stairs, and we're going to show you how fudgely it looked, isn't it, Brad?
How awful they look.
And it was all in concrete done. Look,
two concrete spiral stairs, one on either side. And to do it, they buggered up 2 dormers and 2 windows.
That's how ugly it was. Can you imagine? Isn't it? So you know they were there, coming from there. So we already fixed that one, and that's the ugliest one we still have to fix. But as you know, what is it, 108, 109 doors and windows that needs doing. We're getting there bit by bit.
108.
So that one needs...
Not including the skylight.
No. So you will see that next week.
Almost done.
Yeah, we get there a tiny bit, eh? Looks better already, eh?
22 done now?
Yes, 22 done.
The only ones not done here would be those three, and then
yeah. So you sort of very awful things we just showed, isn't it, Brad? So ugly. Can you imagine? They really ruined that. But let's take you now to the kitchen, isn't it? And that has always been here, the kitchen. Isn't it, Brady? But where we go in now here, this, might be your feet. This was actually, this place, little place here, was actually building fridge, a walk-in fridge.
Originally, when it was just a separate wing here, this was the staircase.
Oh,
The staircase was here, which is why you've got the two windows on the corner.
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
This was the staircase for this part.
Oh, yes.
Hence why they put the back stairs back here. That was the current stairs that are there from the Swiss bloke, René Blancfontaine. Because he even got the architectural drawings. He did them himself.
Yeah, as he was an architect. And what we find out that actually the round tower here is, or was originally, it looks way emptier than normal. We moved a lot of stuff because we had some...
we had a little rodent infestation.
So everything at the bottom, we know they would go for moved. But it's solved now, is it, Brady?
They're not down here anymore. They've moved up to the roof. Which is probably the worst place they could go because it's the biggest part of the house.
Yeah, for us to find them. But yeah, we only noticed it when it was too late and I started nibbling on a lot of things, isn't it, Brad?
I noticed it when I was grabbing something from one of the shelves and it had flour on from the bag that was on the shelf above it.
So anyway, this nice little room was, what was it, Brad?
On the blueprints we got from the 90s, this is Petit Déjeuner.
Yeah. So this was the small eating.
The small dining room.
Yeah.
That's not original, by the way. It wouldn't have had a massive.
Is it not?
No, it would have had windows like on the West Wing tower.
Oh, okay. So that was or maybe this was for the
floor in here is the only original floor down there.
Okay. Or do you take? Sorry, let's go back.
The only original floor on the ground floor now.
Okay, you can sell them. You can buy them, I mean. $1 million per tile.
You have to colour them up yourself.
So this has always been this place here.
This has always been
the kitchen,
at least for the last 30 odd years.
But so Brad said that was originally the stairs. Then it has been.
You had a big staircase going up one floor. That would have been the 18th century.
Okay.
And then either Michelin or the owners who bought it from them, they only had it 6 years. They built in a walk-in fridge.
Yes.
We've still got the door.
Yes. You probably
a big old door.
Yeah, I think you can see that in one of our videos when we went to the bunker. But now, of course, it's changed. We have a servant stairs.
Spiral back stairs that don't half creak as you walk up.
But it's all new, isn't it, Brad? Well, newish, yeah.
It's about as old as I am. No, not in bad condition for that age, but still.
Well, better than you.
Oh, I creak.
Yes, you do. This has always been a kitchen. And this too, because originally these are the two petit heads. almost 4.5 meter wide fireplace, isn't it, Brad?
Yep.
But Brad found pictures when it was it Michelin?
Well, I've got pictures from Michelin, and I've got pictures from when the
Before
architect bought it.
Bradley talked with a lady, and a French lady, that's a photographer.
That's ironic. She's a French lady who's currently living in London.
Yeah, and we come from London, living in France. And her granddad?
Her grandfather used to spend his summers here as a child.
Yeah, because it was from...
It was his grandmother's.
Yes. And when she passed away, somebody bought it, or was it?
There was a problem with her will, so it went to auction.
Ah, okay.
And one of the cousins bought it.
Ah, okay. And then that person, when...
They had it maybe a year or so, and then they gave it to the Diocese of Clermont because they had no children of their own. And obviously didn't want to give it to the other family.
Family is always nice, isn't it? And then the diocese, if we have to believe...
The diocese kept it until 73 as a retirement village.
Yeah.
For priests.
Yeah. And we're going to show that, how they also muck it up. This chateau has so many people not like sort of respecting the things, isn't it? What's really sad. So I'm getting a lot of flustered sometimes and just say, why do I think I have to do that? But I do it with humans too. Trying to fix them.
Pictures from the old backstairs door. We do still have that door upstairs.
Is it? Okay.
We've still got that door. That's the only door we've got that's actually properly polished.
But where's the weird picture you had? What they made of this room here? Oh,
The walk-in fridge.
the walking fridge where we just came in. That's where it was. Strange, yeah? And so they had actually two. Look.
Oh, fridge and freezer.
Oh.
But for some, we've only got one of the doors.
Yeah. But where's the nice picture, Brady? Where's the nice picture of the thingy? No, it's in here.
Which picture are you talking about? Because you put these all on. Which picture?
Of here, of this room. Because they...
I wouldn't call that a nice picture, that one.
what Michelin did. You sure it's Michelin and not the diocese?
This was in '86. Michelin had already owned it. It still owned it by that point.
So it might be the diocese
And then we've got.
or Michelin, but what you see here
There we go.
is this totally cemented down
Completely bricked up with a hole in the top.
with a hole in the top. Is it about here? That window, and then a monstrosity of a wall here, somewhere in the middle, that we don't know.
Being about where you're standing now.
Yeah, probably like for appliances on one wall.
Probably to divide off because they had that doorway there. You'd have people coming in to go round.
Yeah, but okay.
Not the best picture here, but this is from '95.
And that's from the Swiss man.
Well, this '95 was when the Swiss bought it, so this would have been from the French couple who owned it before that.
Okay.
They only owned it for a few years.
Oh, so actually, it's not Antoine who made it nice here. This room.
He tied it up a bit. He did the floor.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well,
The floor is all him. And all the shenanigans that caused.
yeah, because the owner before us spent, if we believe it, $400,000 on it. Isn't it, Brad?
We've got pictures of the floor in '95. It was these lovely.
Yeah, tomate floor. Is that tomate tile, as they call them?
I don't know. They're glazed tiles.
Yeah.
They're not those ones.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, let's go to the Grand Salon. So the Grand Salon has always been used, of course, as a gathering, and not the last person, the Swiss bloke before him, did this floor, isn't it, Brady? He did this floor, eh?
He did this floor, yeah.
The Swiss man, because it was intended to put conferences or
He
something.
wanted to do this. I think his original plan for the place was to have it as like a business retreat.
Yeah.
Where a company would hire the place
Yeah.
to do seminars and whatnot. Because the plans list some of the room that we now call the music room.
Yeah.
He had listed as atelier.
Okay. So of course, this was even this corner. That's we have to thank on him. Although he did forgot one little ridge there, he fixed that. That was just open, isn't it, Brad?
Yes.
You have it somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, the Michelin completely
Yeah,
buggered this room.
Really, they didn't bugger up this room. They buggered up the chateau, the stairs.
Yes. I'm just happy they didn't remove the ceiling.
Yeah, and as you can see, originally, this white was done to make look like wood, isn't it, Brady? What, do you still have it? I don't think so.
Even in '95, it was still wood coloured.
Ah, okay. That's not too bad.
This was either the Swiss bloke or this was Antoine.
Okay.
Probably Antoine, because
In white.
his own plan. He wanted to put a staircase through the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Because, you know, that's our flat. Our flat comes from there to right up here. So our flat is 69 square meters, isn't it, Brady? And he wanted to he wanted to ruin the night
to ruin
the ceiling from what?
This is a 300-year-old ceiling.
And he wanted to put a spiral staircase to go to his bedroom.
From '95. That's the door we've just come through.
Okay.
You can see no floor.
Yeah.
Still a concrete floor left over from Michelin.
Yeah. Michelin loved concrete, isn't it? Do you think they have an extra company where they make concrete? Concrete tires,
Something
maybe?
I keep pointing out to you. The panel that's there, that they remade, right beside the door, it actually has a door there. The door's now sitting up in the attic.
Anyway, I told you we need to fix those.
I don't know how they managed to get a metal beam in, that's it.
And that's one thing we have to thank one of the last two owners. That was a big hole in here. You have that on a picture too, I think. Isn't it, Brad? That's the only thing. But they couldn't be bothered to buy a Rosas. We will.
The hole hasn't really shrunk. They're still missing the central ceiling rows.
But there was a hole in it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the hallway now. If that's okay. You know, we're still working, so there's going to be dust everywhere. And I'm only back 3 days and been cleaning up and ordering things. So the hallway, Brad, the hallway, the floor was done by the Swiss man, isn't it?
This floor was done by the Swiss
Okay.
because, again,
That's how Michelin
left it.
Can you imagine?
It would have been a lovely wooden floor. They probably, well, to be fair, you can even see in this picture.
They already had water damage and couldn't be buzzed to fix it.
They did have cast iron plumbing.
Brad contacted to get more information, Michelin, but
Do you think Michelin answered?
well, what you think? If you did something stupid, you're not gonna. And of course, our lovely things that's still there, luckily, isn't it, Brad?
Luckily, I believe it was the Swiss bloke, or it could have been Melville Laporte.
Okay.
That's how it looked in '95. Again, you can see no floor. Luckily, the architecture was a bit more modern. That's where all the plumbing was. All the heating and the drainage from upstairs went here. Went along here.
At least we don't have that anymore.
We've still got...
Yeah.
The only thing changed with that is they moved it from one side of the window to the other.
Et voilà. It's fixed. C'est parfait.
Along here, because of the hallway upstairs was divided off into small rooms, each of them had its own sink. And each, you can see it in the bottom picture, you got the drain from the sink in the room up.
Where you think you're going? Hello. It's not spring. Well, it is spring, but we leave normally the doors open when
Once it gets
warmer. We let them wander.
Because this acts like a ruddy wind tunnel.
Yeah, but for now, not, isn't it? So
roughly where the short cupboard is standing at the moment, there was a radiator.
Okay.
So the radiator should have been that side, not that side.
Okay. So we go into this room now, and this has not been changed a lot, isn't it, Brad?
The floor, but that's it.
So this is a blank canvas for us to make it la-di-da. And we're just gonna abduct Carol from Chateau de la Ferte until she's done with this room, golding it. And of course, yeah, this is... are you coming with? All right. So, but like Brad explained... Oops, today. It's a rainy day today. Like Brad explained, we originally had a moat. Do we have a picture where you still can see the moat on it?
The only thing I've got is a postcard that shows the dip down, but there's no water left. We've got no picture of the water.
Okay. You might post it, I will see. But so it was only an entrance on the front and this one, but that was all moat. That was lovely, isn't it? Can you hear the woodpecker? And so one of the reasons I talked about in one of our first videos why the windows has been made smaller, Brady, was for the holiday people, for safety. For safety. So the kids could not hang over and fall off, because all the windows over there didn't even had, how you call it, latches? No, they had latches, the handles.
These ones have all still got their closing mechanisms.
Yeah, these ones.
They removed it up in the roof.
Yeah, all these didn't have any.
The Catastrophe from 1835 still shows the moat around it.
Oh, yes, here, I can see it now. Yep. It definitely was a fortress, to be honest, then, isn't it?
Plus, at the time, it only shows the one pond.
Oh, yeah. We went pondering yesterday for an hour and a half.
Sometime after 1835, they built the second one.
Okay. Oh, that one escaped. Remember, she's outside again. And when it rains, it's going to be lovely and wet. All right. So this room... this is all done in, well, not this, they concreted that. This is all done in Vichy stone, isn't it, Brad?
Well, most people in English, you know it as pumice stone. The stone you use to create hard skin off.
So one of the advantages, if you come here and you got a lot of corn, how do you call these things?
Calluses.
If you got a lot of calluses, you just come and start
just walk along our stairs. I have got a picture of the back of here.
It's okay. It's okay.
If I can find it.
No, never mind.
It's I think it was Michelin. Let the bridge get really overgrown. There we go. The bridge had a lawn on it.
We're not putting lawn on the not grass. Well, it's that bit, but that is we try to clean up. She found a lizard again, I think.
As long as she doesn't try and eat it.
Right.
When the field was a bit lower,
yeah,
you could still see the outlines of the old ornamental garden.
Okay.
Obviously, they divided it off.
Yeah.
Why they divided it like that, I don't know. Instead of just keeping the boundary line straight. But there was a little pavilion on there as well.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, despite the fact the building's probably been gone 30, 40 years, the plot marker is still there. If you look on the cadastral now, it still has the plot number in the shape of the building.
Oops.
And I'm not sure if you won't be able to pick that up on the GoPro. Right down in the bottom field. There's a deer by the fence.
There again, yeah.
Tiny little deer by the fence.
It's not a deer. It's a unicorn.
Oh, without the horn.
Eh? It's a horniless. No, not horny. It's a horniness. No.
You should stop digging yourself a hole.
It's a unicorn without a horn. All right, this is going to take way too long otherwise. And so this is the first part, and we're not even done on the ground floor. All right. Bye.